Right, good evening everybody. Again, yeah, first day or second day for me that I had to work from home. I spent probably 5 hours in Hangout meetings, Google Hangout meetings, so it's absolutely looking forward to train with you guys tonight. So we continue with Seiunchin Kata. We'll do a bit of recap on what we did on Wednesday last week. And we'll finish up with Seiunchin. Next week we'll start with the Seiunchin Kata, but I want to make sure that we really go into the detail of Seiunchin in these two sessions, and make sure that the people have enough work and enough stuff that they can go back and reference to, so that when we come back in 2 weeks time from now, well this is the first week of 3 weeks. Yeah, when we come back to the dojo, that we will have had some good work that we could have done. So let's start. Okay, as jy ry. Okay, feet apart, just roll the toes. She, go, ruk, edges, knee. Remember, side of the feet. Okay, wherever you are training now, focus on the small detail. That is the important part. For a good karateka, always focus on the small detail. When you come to, when you do your training, and now you're doing the training at home, okay, spread the toes, each, chains, knee. That's how you switch off from work, from school, from studies, whatever you are doing. That is a big advantage of karate, is the concentration. One of my students wrote me a message the other day. He's just finished studying at university and he's now starting a career. And I really appreciate his message that he, out of the blue, just thanked me for helping him concentrate. Okay, or teaching karate, not me. Karate taught him to concentrate, and that's wonderful. It makes teaching really worth it. Okay, stretching. Okay, back with the feet. Focus on the heels and back. And back. And push back on the knees, heels together. And go down, back. Side, go down. Back, push back on the knees, down, push back on the knees, down, back, down, roll each knee, san, shi, go, ruk, open, close, open, close, a bit more forward so you can see better, and your right leg out. Stretch each knee, san, shi, go, ruk, sichi, hachi. Then change inside each knee. Chi, go, ruk, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Other leg, stretching. Knee, san, shi, go, ruk, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Inside. Now with the rain and wind took nice and humidity in the dojo. Knee is already starting to sweat. Hopefully you're in your room, wherever you're training now, the same experience. In the Merwe talking about weather. Alright, pushing out the knees. First make sure forearms pushing on the inside, get the stretch there and then keep it there. San, chi, go, si, chi, hachi, ku, ju, and grab the ankles. Again, each knee, san, shi, go, ruk, sichi, hachi, go, ju. Okay, one side, each knee. Go with the opposite shoulder. Change the hands, sitting on the other side. Go, ruk, sichi, hachi. Change the other side. Go, ruk, hachi, ku, ju. Other side. San, shi, go, ruk, hachi, go. Then do your left side. Your knee, and the hand supporting the knee. Go, ruk, sichi, hachi, ju. Change. Each knee, san. Go, ruk, sichi, hachi, ju. And another one. Pulling toes back. Pushing out your knee. Keep the pressure there. Go, ruk, sichi, hachi, ju. Change, pulling the toes, each knee, chi, go, ruk, sichi, hachi. Ku, chu, and up. Okay? These again is ich, ni, san, chi, go, bruk, sich, hach, go, chu. Cross ich, ni, san, chi, go, bruk, sich, hach, go, chu. Okay? Right? Let's write it up. Ich, ni, san, and ich, ni, san, chi, go. Change. And chi, san, chi, go. Change. Don't want to spend too much time on the warm-up. We've got technical stuff to do. Change. Chi, san, go. Man, change. Backwards. Chi, go. Change. What I said last week, your head position. You don't look back. You look to the side, don't want to overextend your neck. Change, and go. Downward, spiral down, and the other way. The other way. The other way. Pulling, normal block. Focusing on pulling proper, using your lats, back of your muscles, okay? Your back's muscles. Backwards. Okay, let's practice a bit of balance while you stretch your wrists. Down. And rest. The other way. Okay, other hand. Right. Downwards. Focus on putting your wrist back. Okay. Change. And shake it loose, and head support the hands, like I said, to just put a bit more pressure on the muscles. You can do it with your hand or without your hand. And front, back, okay. I'm not doing conditioning now in my kata sessions. We don't have time. There's a separate conditioning session with Sensei Sam. His whole session is going to be about conditioning. I'm sure he's going to occupy you with enough of that. I'll leave it in his quite capable hands. Okay? Right, okay, coming back. Oh, I have a question for the people that has watched on last week, trained with, and then watch the video afterwards, and tune in. I mentioned the size that we're going to use. If you remember, make a comment there and see who can come up first with how many square meters you're going to use for this long kata, Seiunchin. I repeated it more than once. See who can come up first with how many square meters we are using to practice in. I made the point, you don't need a lot of space. You can just practice in your room or in the garage and come up with the square meters there. Okay, Seiunchin. Okay, we're doing the recap now. When we did it, we go in and I said this is not only a kamae, this is also elbow strike. If you want to block against, like for example, hook punch, you use also the arm here to block and hit your hate, for example. It can also be for a chudan strike into the rib cage or even to the groin. Okay, so this is just not only kamae. So then proper grip down, pull, 1, 2, 3, Cover the body, both hands work together. Proper pull, proper grip and pull, right? Lats, back, muscles at the back pulling in. Then change legs. I even mentioned how many shikudachis we use in Seiunchin. Each knee side. Grab, pull down till your belt. Navel by your belt. 1, 2, 3, out. Okay. Cover the body. We're already at the 45-degree angle. If you remember, and like I said, this is the recap. Musukudach, that's your angle for your feet. Nothing fancy. Don't make life complicated. Okay? In the self-defense situation, you can't make life complicated. You have to keep it basic, simple. Okay, like Sensei Carl always says, basics, basics, basics. This is part of your basics. You just go and you're in your natural 45-degree angle. Okay, so here we are. See, the angle is your ganka of your hands. And there were different days, long time ago, many moons ago, we were very much more like a pyramid. With time, we've changed it a bit to go in the angle of your ganka, alright? To protect it, obviously, alright? Each knee sun, each knee sun. I'm looking down to emphasize. Look down to your kata. This is just to emphasize to show you the direction. Each knee sun, each knee sun. Then we do the third one. Each knee sun, each knee sun, each knee sun, each knee sun. Now the hand position here, standardize it. The knuckle, top of the knuckle of the other hand in there. From here, shift the weight, coming forward and pushing the hand. Remember what I said on Wednesday? Somebody grabbed you from the front to pin your hands against your body so that you can't hit them. Short distance that you can go. That's why you use both your hands. All that you want to go, your preferred target area would be your solar plexus, just to put in there, to push in there. Okay, then grab and strike. So from here, strike, coming back, elbow back, elbow forward. Then, okay, into Dutch, in that line. I'm changing my feet now because we have a small area that we are practicing now at home and everywhere. Okay, stand, striking, forward, coming back, blocking or striking. Okay, I explained with the two hands. Can be one hand blocking, one hand striking against the face here, against the neck, right? Or it can be two hands getting out. If you remember that, go back in the video for more details. Stepping in, striking, coming in, out, block or strike. Then remember the bow and arrow that I explained, inside, outside. I also promise you, come back to the dojo when we go back into normal life after the lockdown. I'll explain to you the two different bunkais so you can remember clearly inside and outside. The seniors know the story. I've explained to them why we do one inside, one outside. In my career, I've been taught inside, both outside, and in the last few years we're doing one inside, one outside. I also have a story for that I've told the seniors before. Okay, alright, each on the inside block. Remember the pulling, the elbow lower than the hand, because you are pulling. You can't pull somebody down with the elbow higher than your hand. Remember that? Remember the explanation for the shikudach? That your body weight, your center of gravity is lower than your attack. Okay, that's why you use shikudach. It's also easier to push somebody if your center of gravity is lower than their center of gravity. Especially if the person is heavier than you are. Then you can go lower and use your legs to push the person or pull the person. Remember that? We can go back and we explain this in more detail. So this was the pulling part. Okay. So we were here now. So inside, pull, outside, pull. Okay. Remember this? It can either be a strike to the groin, or it can be part of the bunkai. The guy comes kicking, flip, throw the person. I explained that we don't teach, we do the same technique for the children, but we don't teach them the lethal side. Okay, seniors, adults, we teach them a lethal way of doing this in a self-defense situation. For children, we don't do that, because they will go and try it out on Booty and Sissy, and then they can be bad injuries. Okay? I've explained that also last week. Anyhow, so this, and then I explained to you from here, sweep, right, forearm. There's also a break in there, okay? In there that can be done as a bunkai, 1 and 2. Right, this is where we stopped last week. Right, now we're going to continue with the rest of the kata. Okay, so that was a recap up till now. Now we're going to go into the next part. The next part is from here, it's going to go into Kudach, when you drop your weight, and you're going to turn, and I'm going to show you just to see, now my back is to the camera, go in the sequence of the kata, but I'll explain to you now. Stepping in, striking, striking, blocking, coming out, blocking or striking. Right? Now, here is this part. Okay. So if you now look, I'm now facing the camera. Right? So from here. This here is a normal get on the right and a chuda. Nothing fancy. Okay? Simplicity. Self-defense situation, simplicity. Now these can be 2 blocks. Okay, these can be a strike, this can be a block, this can be a strike. This can be a block, this can be a strike. Okay, multiple uses of 2 techniques. All Goju blocks are also strikes, that you know. As a Goju practitioner, that you should know. Right, so there's a lot of uses of this. So for now, block, for example. Now, from here, I'll take it on sideways with the camera. Okay, so downward block, short kick, okay, palm block, blocking down. Okay, again, it can also be a strike. And punching upwards, right? Nice here, uppercut. Then uraken, right, downwards of the nase, and then striking to the groin. Okay. So a lot of striking techniques. And then you go out and striking. Right. Same this side. Same this side. Okay. Solar plexus. Easiest way to remember the kata, put this on your solar plexus. And you can't be wrong. Okay. It's normally here when you learn the kata, it's all over the place. Okay, put it on your solar plexus. Alright, alright. So put it here, up, strike, and strike. Alright. So let's just do this a few times where you are. Standing, okay. 1, 2, 3. Change hands. 1, 2, 3. Change hands. Each knee, sun. Change hands. Each knee, sun. Change hands. Each knee, sun. Each knee, sun. Each knee, sun. Each knee, sun. So let's do it with the 2 blocks. Let's make it 2 blocks for that. So 2 blocks from here. And each knee, sun. Now we change. But you can do the other hand. Each knee, sun. And change. Okay, each knee, sun. Let this work. This is a definite block. Okay, you're going to step in on an attack. So it cannot miss. Okay? So you've got to step in the inside of it. Must also be a deflecting. Yeah. And this is a knife in the hand. You cannot go walk straight in there and then miss it. So it's got to be deflecting here so that you go into the inside. Goju, hard soft, offline. You do not go straight in on a knife. Logic. Okay, so blocking in, which is now, for example, a knife. Okay, so from here down, each knee side. Alright, and chains. Each knee side, and chains. And each knee side, and chains. And each knee side, and chains. And each knee side. Make sure you don't. Excuse me. Don't miss a technique. Okay, don't miss a technique. Each knee side. And again. Then each knee side. Make sure the techniques work. Each knee side. And again. Then each knee side. Okay, let the techniques work. Alright, now the other one. Okay, this technique. This technique. This one. Right. First thing, this is for a person that has done the kata before. Oh yeah, let me repeat what I said. This classes are open to any grade. Okay? From any organization. Okay, so even if you've never done the kata, I'm trying to explain the use of the techniques. So this is for somebody who will grab you from behind, okay, to get out of the technique. So if you're not a Goju practitioner, and you see us doing this, okay, and you think we are really doing funny stuff. Okay, here, anybody that knows Okinawan karate, specifically Goju, the whole body is a weapon. Okay, so what we are doing now, we are using the bum to create space around you, so that you can use your elbow to strike backwards, hit your head backwards, okay? Because this, as you know, how devastating the elbow strike is, okay? So for that purpose, if the person grabs you from behind to pin your arms, you need to create space by using striking backwards. You're using the cat stance to drop your weight. Okay, everything is to get space for yourself, to get out of this situation. Now, so the important part is, if the person grabs you from behind, is to make your back hollow, to get your arms to be able to move. If the person pins you like this, you're in trouble. You're going to be very difficult to come out here. Okay, so to do this, to be able to move your arms in. Okay, that is an important part. That obviously takes training. Okay, so if you come in here, okay, so now come here. If you break this down in individual movements, you have practices, then your attacker will be able to counter this. Okay? So it takes a few thousand Seiunchins to get this into your natural. And you also, like in any self-defense, you only get one chance to do it. Whenever I teach self-defense awarenesses, I always say you have one chance. Okay, if it doesn't work, then go to plan B, C, Z, whatever. Right. So from here, back with the bum. This arm is again, it's just to lift so that you can strike backwards. And then you must get out of there. Get out of there. Right. Can't struggle with a guy that's 30, 40 kilos heavier than you, drunk and strong and everything. Okay? He's gonna win eventually. You have one chance to get out of there and leave the scene. Okay? So this is from the kata. You also push back. Okay? Guy grabs you from behind just because he expects you to go that way. He don't expect you to go this way. So in the kata, you go this way. Okay? So each knee. Right, you push back in the direction of the attacker that grabs you from behind. So each move knee. Back and around, and the other way, each knee. Right? So each knee. You understand the principle behind it. Then, again, make sure you have a bit of room now where you are training. Okay? So from here, each knee. So now you can push, hit with the elbow. I'll go push again, you need to elbow again. Hopefully by now, you've loosened the person's grip. You can get away after the first strike, good for you. Otherwise, push again, strike again. Try to get out of it, okay? So the kata is still just for practice, it doesn't mean you have to do it twice. Do anything twice, okay? So, just do the two reps, and there's another important discussion I want to have with you now. Okay, so from here, each knee, san, shi, go, ruk, each. Now we come to another important technical point in the kata. In the kata, the first turn you do from Seiunchin Kata. And this, my students know, my seniors at least hopefully get it right by now, I know they do. You are turning from two different stances. I repeat that every time we train. Here you turn from Seiunchin Kata. Okay? Right? Here, the second turn, that way you turn from that stance. So your feet must be different. Because you have two basic differences in stances. Then you just turn your feet in, your foot front foot in, and then turn. Two different stances. Can't have the same turn. Okay, it's very important, otherwise you end up with your feet here, the second turn, your feet are, you're not in Seiunchin Kata. Okay, so make sure when you practice a kata, you practice it two different turns, and that's what we're going to do a few times now. We have time still. We still have time. So let's just do the turns. Okay, we start from here. Alright. Here. Alright. Then we go the other way. From here, turn. Right. Other way. From here. Here. Turn. Then the other way. Cat stance. Turn. And right. Okay. Alright. More chido. Okay, again here. Cat stance. Right. You practice it two different stances. One more each time. Go from here to here. Go like a spin. Turn. And from there, that side. Break out there. Then my arms tight. Okay, against each other. Each. Right. So now we are here. Each. Knee. Now in the last part of the kata, we come forward over the elbow. Again. With the hand like we did this one. But now you're coming forward over the elbow. So now, again proving the seniority of the kata, you're actually going in on an attack. Your attacker is going to go forward, punching you. You're going to go forward, blocking the technique, into the face. So you must again go off the line on the technique and then striking. So from here, each and striking again. Okay. From here, each and again. From here, because you just bring out each. Again, knee, and again. Something strong, because you just close the distance. You come from the outside into an attack. You need your strong Seiunchin stance now. But once you strike here, you've closed the distance. You're in the killing zone. So now you must do what you have to do. Okay? You must do what you have to do now. Each. And again. Knee. And again. Sun. And again. Shi. And again. Go. And again. And again. Switch. Okay, now we come to the end of the kata. Okay, after this, coming back, blocking out the side, blocking into the inside. Now we're back as we started with the elbow blocks. Okay, all start as you wish. Okay, so we are here. So each pushing out to the outside, coming on the inside. Okay, blocking down on the inside, pushing the attackers arms out so that you can go to the eyes, for example. And blocking. Guys that knows will also know the elbow blocks. Okay, so again from here, go in, pushing out to the outside and bringing in. And go in here, knee. Do not drop the hands. Do not drop the hands. Your face is open, the attack is to your face. Why would you drop your hands? Why would you open vulnerable areas? Okay? Why would you do that? Okay. Just bring it straight to the inside. Okay? Okay, so from here, each, and bring it in. And again, right knee, and again. Right, in here, sun, elbows in so that you can go on the inside of the attacker's arms. You want to open up inside the arms. And each knee, sun, each knee, sun. That's the end of the kata. Different bunkai there. Work against each other again. We can then do. Right, so now, Sensei Stefan did some answer on the square meterage. Okay, right. So this is the area we're going to do the kata now. Okay? We're going to do the whole of Seiunchin in this 4 blocks here. Right? So for the guys that are training with, we have to now change our legs. Okay? A lot, because as you know, Seiunchin is quite a long kata. Right? So let's be different. Okay? I know the Shotokan practitioners, they are used to coming back to the central point of the katas. I always respect them for this, for that, but we don't have to. But tonight we're very close to going to have to do the same. Right? So let's do Seiunchin in a very, very small space. 4 blocks of the tatami. What's the must? Yoi. Each knee sun. Each knee sun. I'm just going to count fast together at the training with me. Each knee sun. Each sun. Each sun. Sun. Remember the small things. Small techniques that we've been talking about for 2 classes now. The sun, each knee sun. Always keep the focus. Always keep the focus. Knee sun, each knee sun, each knee, each knee, each knee, each knee, each. Knee, sun, shi, go, each, knee, sun, shi, go, knee, sun, shi, sun, sun, arigato gozaimasu. Alright, so this is it. Seiunchin in the small confines of your room. Alright, so you have no excuse not to practice while we are confined to our rooms, our houses. Okay, please adhere to the rules of the government that the government has laid out. Please tune in, please comment. Please show what you think of, or comment on what you think of what we are doing. We are trying to keep the spirit up with the people. Okay, we have the time now. Okay, use your time to be productive. The minister has also said we have to practice, we have to train, and we have to stay healthy. What better way of doing it? I mean, make a point to do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some burpees. Okay, some mountains. I mean, how much space do you need? The length of your body. That's all space that you need. Okay. Okay. Balance. Practice your balance. Brush your teeth. When you brush your teeth, just stand on your one leg. That type of thing. We really don't have to become lazy on the couches and not do anything. If you're at school, review your schoolwork. Okay. Read a bit. Some interesting stuff only, not only play computer games and stuff like that. Okay, develop, keep your mind active. Okay, it's just one of those things in life that happens. Okay, but make the best of it. Right? If you have any questions, please contact the office, and let's keep the Goju spirit. Okay, the Goju is a fighting spirit. Okay, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much.